Group has played a critical role in bringing to light how taxpayer funds were funneled through to Wuhan through the EcoHealth Alliance. It's a not for profit group based in New York. You've now filed a lawsuit in the federal court against the NIH. What documents do you want the NIH to release?
Well, thanks for having us, Sherry. White Coat Waste Project is a taxpayer watchdog organization, and our mission is to stop taxpayer-funded and wasteful government spending on animal experiments, such as at the Wuhan lab. We've been on this journey, like you, really since day one. We started our work and our investigations into Wuhan way back in January of 2020. Our contributions to exposing and investigating the pandemic's origins really weren't so much following the science to implicate a lab leak, but following the money. Following that money trail and then to find, expose, and defund it. Our new lawsuit that we just filed against Fauci's NIH is part of this overall campaign. Last year, over Easter weekend of 2020, our organization, White Coat Waste Project, launched the very first investigation showing how the money trail worked, showing that indeed taxpayers via Fauci's NIH en route to the secretive, then little known EcoHealth Alliance were indeed funding the Wuhan lab. It was an investigation that really shocked the world, that potentially American taxpayers were paying for these experiments that may have indeed caused the pandemic. You can see in the new Fauci emails, they talk a little bit about our investigation back in April of 2020 when it all broke and got the White House's attention to cancel the active funding at the time. Well, since we launched that investigation, Sherry, we subsequently sent two Freedom of Information Act requests to the NIH to find out precisely what Fauci knew and when he knew it. We requested information like funding applications, email correspondence between Fauci and EcoHealth before and after the pandemic broke, email correspondence between Fauci and former CDC Director Redfield, who, as you know, is a prominent supporter, openly supporting the lab leak hypothesis. He's since received some death threats over that. Information about whether Fauci's payout to Wuhan and EcoHealth was properly reviewed by the NIH Oversight Committee. Fauci's emails all the way back to 2013 we requested. We want to see what NIH and EcoHealth knew about a potential lab leak in late 2019 and early 2020. Well, after we filed those Freedom of Information Act requests, Fauci's NIH blew the deadline set by federal law to give us what we were entitled to as taxpayers. They blew the deadline to hand over all those documents. And so White Coat filed a federal lawsuit in a district court.
Anthony, the point is, it shouldn't be up to organizations like yours to have to file all of these lawsuits to take the NIH at great expense to court to try and to get to the bottom of this research. This sort of inquiry should be happening in public. What sort of inquiry do you think needs to happen to actually get to the bottom of what was being funded in China that apparently, according to Fauci's own words, was too risky to conduct in America?
I think we need to get your book to every member of Congress in the United States, to every office in the House and the Senate. And I'm not kidding you. There's been a lot of education that's had to been done here in the US. We launched that initial investigation back in April of 2020. As you know, we were met with a lot of disbelief. The Washington Post called us coronavirus misinformation. They called us conspiracy theorists. There's been a heck of a lot of education that's had to be done. But we really do need some real good investigation work now in the US. We need that presidential commission. We need the ENC committee to step up with subpoena power to get Peter Daszak, the head of EcoHealth, to answer some hard questions. The NIH needs to come clean. this lawsuit is a good chance to get that forthcoming information from them. They haven't been forthcoming with. They need to come clean now. We need an audit of all the money we're spending in China.
Absolutely,
Here's
because
the
we've only spoken about NIH here, but we know there was Department of Defense, USAID, and other funding that was flowing through as well, and we're going to keep looking at that in the days and weeks ahead. Anthony
Sherry, I'll do
Bellotti,
you one better.
yes,
I'll do you one better. It's not just the Wuhan lab is still authorized for payouts right now. Right now, it's you look on the NIH's website, that
extraordinary.
PHS assurance is still there. There's 26 other labs in China that are authorized for payouts from the NIH.
Absolutely extraordinary. Anthony Bellotti, thank you very
Well, with 3 minutes left in the show, y'all go ahead and marinate on that.
Bookman can take that up. Bookman can take that up. I mean, I don't know if y'all caught it.
Woo,
Hoping
boy.
y'all caught it. But what's going on is you have paid for China to present an attack on the world, an attack on a scale of the likes we've never seen before. And you paid for it. I paid for it. You paid for it. And we are paying for the next one. Correct.
So essentially funding our own demise, huh? Or at least attempted demise.
Essentially, you think?
Listen, I want to say this. I want to say this because I'm kind of ticked off, and it's not Terrible Tantrum Tuesday.
Oh, but
I'm gonna be getting
tomorrow.
this. I'm gonna definitely be having a tantrum about this tomorrow.
With 2 minutes away, I think we could start tantruming. I think 2 minutes away from tomorrow.
But what I will say is this, okay?
Bookman needs to start streaming. I mean, what's going on with this Bookman and not streaming? And you know it's time to stream. I don't know what's going on.
Check the other stream just in case that one isn't working. So I'm gonna say this really quickly with 1 minute left. If you mocked, criticized, chastised, made jokes about, called people stupid, that were sounding the alarm about this lab leak last year, give yourself Donkey of the Day. Just do that. Shout out to Charlemagne the fraud. I mean, the God. Give yourself Donkey of the Day because people were talking about this last year. Not people that some would have seen as any type of source to listen to. But there were people that did their own independent investigations on this that tried to tell us, but they were shouted down. They were called conspiracy theorists. They were laughed out of the room. But who's laughing now? And that's all I'm going to say about that.
Join us tomorrow. We're going to talk about it some more. Bookman is next. Bookman is next. We are here Monday through Friday. Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. That's Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. Urban Country Mornings. It's your boy Dre, the beautiful, the multi-talented Shells. We are in the building, or actually leaving now.